Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is DeepZK Krygo and I'm back with another video. Today I want to talk about my favorite anime of 2022 and do a end of the year tier list. I know we're in the start of 2023, but I thought, why not talk about the best stuff from 2022? So, just a little disclaimer, I found this tier list online. It has most of what I watched. I think there are a couple things that didn't make the cut, so I will talk about those, after I talk about everything here. So pretty much I have a ranking: my favorite shows of the year, great, good, fine, average, and bad, as well as things I haven't seen yet. So I'm just gonna I think this is most of the big stuff. So yeah, I'll go through it one at a time. So starting out, I have no idea what this is. Oh, it's Date Alive. I haven't seen that. Tribe 9, I'm gonna put in. It's either average or fine. This is a really it. It's from the creator of Danganronpa, I think. It's real. It's about like cyber future baseball. Um, Really flat production. I feel like it could have been a lot better, but the production really just held it back. Kebi's Sailor Uniform I haven't seen. Sabakui Bisco, I'd probably put either fine or good. I'm gonna put it in fine for now. The problem with it is that it's enjoyable, but it feels like it really just speed runs through the light novel, as well as kind of having some cheaper plot twists towards the end that kind of left me unsatisfied. But again, I feel like it could have been a lot better. Sasuke and Miyano I haven't seen. I think Love of Kill I haven't seen. Orient I haven't seen. Ari Fred I haven't seen. Oh, here we go. Dress Up Darling, I'm throwing in great. I mean, this was a lot of fun. I thought it was a very cute romance show. The production quality was great. The animation looked great. The way the characters moved was really interesting, really well done, and I really had a lot of fun with it. I'm really looking forward to more of it. I have no idea what this is. I think it's Bubble. If it, let's assume this is Bubble, even though I can't tell. If it is Bubble, I'm throwing it in. What did I give? I think, yeah, I'm throwing it in average because it like looks all right, but the writing was really bad and really boring and uninteresting. So for that, I'm throwing it in average. I think this is Vampire in the Garden, which I didn't watch. Demon Slayer Entertainment Arc. So it's hard with this. It's like a strong good. It's short. It's fun. The production values are great, but I think the first season of Demon Slayer is great, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't really like the train arc that much, and then this arc is kind of somewhere in the middle where I feel like it was a lot of fun on the first watch, but I feel like rewatching it, I wouldn't get as much out of it. I really think my problem with Demon Slayer is it just speed runs through a shonen arc, or through shonen manga essentially, or through a shonen anime. It really just doesn't develop the characters. It really just gets to, we start the arc, there's the fight, and it's over. So it's good. It's fun, but it's I don't know. Overlord season 4, I think. I don't know. I haven't seen. I think this is Vazrock. Takagi-san, I'm not caught up. Birdie Wing, I've heard good things, but I haven't seen. Vanitas, I have not seen. Attack on Titan, I'm throwing in good. I know I'm really not a huge Attack on Titan fan, but I think this final arc has been pretty interesting. Um, this arc had a couple. This season had a couple writing choices that didn't really sit with me. I think some of the big twists were a little weird. Some of the pacing was a little weird towards the end. But because we assumed they were actually ending at this time, and I haven't read the manga, and then they're like, oh, just kidding, another final season. But yeah, I mean, it was all right. It was good. It's decent. Yeah, so for that, putting it in good. Aharon-san, I think it's called. I haven't seen. So throw in Skeleton Knight average. I saw one episode and it was just like, standard isekai, whatever. Detective Conan spinoff I haven't seen. Summertime Rendering I haven't seen. I think this is, I don't remember. This is the badminton one. Aoshi I haven't seen. I think this is Therme Rome reboot I haven't seen. I think this is a Detective Conan movie. I have no idea what this is. I cannot. Oh, it's Komi-chan. I haven't seen. This is the Ninja Girl by the same creator as Takagi-san. Tomodachi Game. I'm throwing in bad. I saw one episode, and I like edgy death games, but when your first episode doesn't really have anything crazy, shocking, edgy, violent, whatever, it's hard to grasp the audience attention. So I was pretty much just bored, kind of waiting for something to shock me, and it just didn't come. So I dropped it right after. Dance Dance Dancer, I didn't see. The quintessential quintuplets movie, I haven't seen yet, but I probably will get to it eventually. Shikimori, is it bad or average? I'm throwing it in average. I really didn't like the first episode. I think the timing was really off. Something just felt off. And I'm sure it gets better, but I really just wasn't vibing with me. Ruby, yeah, this is bad. this I watched all of it because I thought maybe the production could carry it because the first couple of episodes looked good. I have no real attachment to Ruby. I didn't watch the original, and I knew going in that I had a feeling it'd just be like for the fans or whatever, but it's really bad. It's borderline incoherent at times. There are a couple episodes where the production just like it's incoherent. It doesn't make sense. There were a couple episodes that looked great and had a lot of episodes had decent cuts in them, but overall it was a really really bad watch. Eminence in Shadow, I think I'm gonna put in fine, but it could be good. Again, another one I'm kind of debating with. For a light novel isekai, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it doesn't take itself, or the appeal is it takes itself so seriously, but also doesn't really take itself seriously at the same time. It falls into the tropes, but it's a cool watch because the protagonist, is he aspires to be this crazy overpowered bad guy or neutral guy. So it's silly, it's fun, it's whatever. Shield Hero season 2 I'm throwing in bad because not only did the production fall apart, the writing was just really uninteresting. I mean, the first season, controversially, I thought it was all right. I thought it for an isekai it was decent aside from some of the creepy stuff and some issues I had. It was fine, but this season just really was a mess. JoJo, I have actually not seen the parts from Stone Ocean that came out this year. I kind of just been waiting for a good day where I can just watch all of it in one like large sitting. So, or I guess I'll probably take one day to watch one part and one day to watch the next. So, I don't know what this next one is. Your boy Kunming, I didn't get a chance to see, but I would like to. Made in Abyss, I didn't get a chance. Not caught up on Kaguya. Not caught up on Kingdom. Spy Family, let me see. Is this both parts? Yeah, I mean, I'm throwing both parts in great. Cute, fun. I mean, you probably have seen Spy Family. It's a good time. Would recommend. Dragon Ball Superhero, I didn't watch yet, actually. So we got Call of the Night, which I want to watch Call of the Night. The first episode, I thought it was appealing and I can see where it's going, but the first episode itself I didn't love. So I want to put it in good, but I've only seen one episode, and the first episode I would just put in fine, but I know it gets better. So I'm putting it in good, assuming whatever. Spriggan I'm throwing in fine. I saw the first episode. And then that's it. I feel like it has potential, and I'll probably get back to it. I haven't seen Classroom of the Elite. I don't know what this is. Shadow's House I haven't seen. Kakegurui Twin I haven't seen. I'm not going to say the name of this anime in case I get demonetized, but I haven't seen it yet. I probably just want to watch the original. Devil's a Part-Timer Season 2 is fine. I'm really disappointed because I really wanted it to be a lot better, but the production was just a mess. It really was very flat, which stinks. Licorice Recoil, I'm putting in good, but it's a very strong good. I'm not, trying to overpopulate great, because I know there's stuff coming down later that's great. Fall had a lot of great stuff, but Licorice Recoil was really good. I really like seeing a strong original production like this. Very fun, looked great, likable cast, a lot of fun. I didn't watch the Dr. Stone OVA yet. Rent a Girlfriend season 2. Okay. Hot take. I enjoy Rent a Girlfriend. I think the main character is interesting. I don't so I'm going to throw it in good, surprisingly. Um, Aside from some choices I would have changed about the writing, I think Rent a Girlfriend has an interesting premise. I think seeing the psychology of the main character is kind of one of the draws I like about it. Seeing what goes through his mind, why he does it, and I think the female cast is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. So the Gundam prologue. I mean, spoiler alert. I like Witch from Mercury a lot. I'll talk about that more when I get to. Yeah, I'll just pull it out right now. So Gundam Witch from Mercury is, I really am not too knowledgeable about Gundam. I don't think I've completed a full Gundam series yet. Aside, I saw the first season of Thunderbolt, which was only a couple episodes, but this is a lot of fun. I mean, it looks great. I really like the cast. I like the setup. There's interesting political thriller, as well as drama, school drama. It's pretty much a weird mix of Utena and Shakespeare's The Tempest, so it's a lot of fun. I mean, there's still one more episode of this core that's airing this weekend, but I really like it. I know it's more like, beginner friendly, and that's fine. I'm really a beginner to Gundam, so. Mob Psycho season 3. I'm throwing in great. I like Mob Psycho a lot. I think, unfortunately, for the final season, it was probably the weakest. I think it was a little all over the place, despite having probably one of my favorite episodes of the whole series, the one with Dimple. But I think the final couple episodes, as visually impressive as they were, and as thematically important as they were, I feel like it was a little all over the place. I think the first couple episodes were also a little all over the place. That's just kind of my problem with the season. It was a little disconnected. But still, Mob is great. I had a lot of fun with it. Uncle Isekai I haven't seen. Couple of Cuckoos I haven't seen. One Piece Film Red I haven't seen. My Hero, I'm throwing in great. I really liked this season. I think, for the most part, every season I would rank similarly. It is consistently a lot of fun. Um, each season has its downfalls. Each season contains an arc that I don't love, but I think this arc specifically, I forgot when I read it, like how much I really enjoyed it. It's dark. There's some good fights. The animation could be better, the production could be better, but I'm having a lot of fun with it, watching it week to week. I know the next arc after this, maybe it's not my favorite, and we'll see how they handle it. But I don't think I could see it dropping below great. It's probably a weak great, but it's a lot of fun. Ayumu Make His Move, I didn't see. So now we're getting into one of my favorites of the year. I'm really saving favorites of the year for two shows. And Chainsaw Man is my favorite original show that came out this year, or this last year. I mean, I love the manga. I think the manga is a 10 out of 10. I think Fujimoto really nailed it. That being said, I think the problem, it's not really a problem actually. I think the anime is very different. I think it feels different. It's not as rough. It doesn't feel as personal as it did to Fujimoto's style. However, that doesn't stop it from being great. It's still got the thematic depth, and the character writing is still great. The As its own thing, the stuff they add is really interesting. It adds more to the characters. The writing's great. It's a great looking production. Separately from the manga, it is still great, and I'm still having, I still had a blast watching it. So it's probably my favorite original of the year. Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Also, I'm throwing in great. I had a lot of fun with it. Again, the production really nailed it. I played a little of the original Cyberpunk game. I've had a little fun with it, but not too deep into it. But this was just a lot of fun, and told an interesting story, interesting cast. Visuals really just nailed it. A lot of fun. This is the married couple one, so didn't watch. I can't tell what this is. Yeah, I can't tell. Danmachi I didn't see. So here we are with my other favorite of the year, Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War. So I spent the last couple months, or I think it was like late August to probably middle. I'm trying to think when did yeah it was like August. I spent August through September watching Bleach to catch up for Thousand Year Blood War, and I love it. I mean, Bleach has quickly become one of my favorite anime. I'd seen Soul Society years ago, and loved it, and just never got around to finishing it. And then once I saw the trailers for Thousand Year Blood War, I said, this is gonna be awesome. I want to catch up and watch it week to week. And so I caught up to the anime. I said, you know what, I know I'm gonna be impatient. So I read through the manga in like a couple days, or just the Blood War arc. In a couple days, and so yeah, I mean, I love it. I'm obsessed now. And there were a couple episodes earlier on that didn't. I mean, the first episode was incredible. I mean, the production on that was insane. Couple episodes with a little bit of a lull, but once the fight against Yamamoto, that fight was incredible. The next episode with Ichigo, incredible. Like, there were just episode after episode of just incredible production. This has some of the best parts of the Thousand Year Blood War arc in it, as well as some of the best parts of Bleach, period. So it's insane, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're doing. I love the stuff they added. I love that Kubo's working on it in some capacity, making some changes, adding some stuff. I mean, the fight, Unohana. I won't spoil it, but Unohana's moment. Just an incredible season. Probably my favorite show of the year alongside Chainsaw Man. Blue Lock, thrown in great. I really didn't know what to expect with this one. I don't watch too many sports shows, but I really had a lot of fun with it. I think that the whole setup with the battle royale almost, or I guess that's how you could describe it, lends itself to some interesting situations, and seeing where it's going. A lot of interesting character dynamics that you can develop. So I really enjoyed it. Yomushi Pedal I haven't watched. Do It Yourself I want to check out but haven't yet. Tekken I didn't watch. Muv-Luv I didn't watch. Other part of Spy Family I'm just throwing in great. Same, pretty much same feelings. I like both arcs pretty similarly. I know some people didn't like the second one as much, but I did. To Your Turn I didn't watch. The Berserk TV cut I didn't watch, even though it's just the films. Reincarnated as a Sword, I'm throwing it in fine, but it was fun for an isekai, fantasy isekai. It was good. I think the main cast dynamic is good. Pretty decent production. I wouldn't put it in good necessarily, 'cause, it's still limited by the genre, but it was good. Bocchi the Rock, I definitely have to check out, but haven't seen it yet. Uzaki, haven't seen. Golden Kamuy, I'm not caught up. I didn't watch Pop Team Epic. I didn't watch, what's this one called? Romantic Killer, I think. Yeah, Arknights I didn't watch. The new Shinkai movie I will watch when it comes out here. Iruma I haven't seen. Urusei Yatsura, I'm throwing in good. Yeah, I want to watch the original. I watched the film, the second film, what's it called? Beautiful Dreamer, a couple months ago. That was great. I mean, I want to watch the original, but for something that's at least accessible for now, once a week, little brief comedy, pretty faithful adaptation of the manga, looked pretty good, for the most part. It definitely feels like it's missing something, and the pacing's definitely a little weird, but I think overall it's a good watch. Haven't seen Slam Dunk yet. I'm trying to see. I don't think I've watched. I think there's only one more thing here I've watched. So like I said, I didn't watch JoJo. Didn't watch Seven Deadly Sins. Didn't watch Lookism. Didn't watch. I don't know what this is. Is it the Kaguya movie? I don't know. But I did watch Akiba Maid War, which is a very strong good. I'm gonna put it next to Licorice Recoil just because I feel very similarly about it, where I think it was very good. Maybe some writing things I would have changed, but it was a very strong original production, so I'm glad to see stuff like this out there. So that's for the most part everything I've seen. I want to talk about three things very quickly. Miss Kuruitsu from the Monster Department, if that was here, I'd throw in fine. it was a cute, not I wouldn't say cute, no. It was like a fine comedy parody of like Sentai stuff where it's like they're creating the monsters. It was like a workplace comedy with the monster parody. It was, fine. It just kind of weakened by the production. Similarly, I would talk about Love After World Domination, which was also a Sentai parody, but it was about a romance between, like, the Sentai Ranger and one of the monster girls. That I would put in good. It was cute. It was a fun romance, decent production, pretty fun overall. And then also throw into my favorite film of the year, Inuo, which is directed by Masaki Yuasa. I saw it here in 2022. I think it came out in theaters in Japan in 2022. I might be wrong on that, but I mean, it was incredible. Definitely up there with Chainsaw Man and Bleach in terms of favorite of the year. The music in it is insane. I've listened to it a lot. I definitely want to rewatch it. Great film. Really one of my favorite Yuasa works, and that's saying something. He's really got, between Tatami Galaxy, Kaiba, Devilman Crybaby, he's got such great works, but Inuo was really something. I would really recommend it if you have the chance to see it. Really great stuff. I don't think there's anything else I really watched from this year, or at least watched that I have that I can remember that I have strong feelings about. So this is pretty much everything I watched at least an episode of, plus those three things that I mentioned. Just trying to think if there's anything else. No, I really think this is it. But yeah, I mean, I think it was overall a really good year for anime. I think three incredible, of my favorites: Bleach, Chainsaw Man, Inuo, incredible. Everything in great, like I said, was great. Really, really well done. Most stuff in fall, I know. Oh, I just remembered. Yeah, so Executioner and Her Way of Life, I think that was called. I'd throw that in good if that was here. That was also an isekai about kind of a parody isekai or a deconstruction. I won't say too much because I don't want to spoil it, but it was a good show. It was a good watch, good production, better production than I expected, and a lot of fun. So that would also throw in good. But yeah, I mean, everything good and up is something I would pretty strongly recommend. I mean, everything great, like I said, is great. And then from the good, I'd say Licorice Recoil and Akiba Maid Ward, almost were great, and I would certainly recommend just because they were such strong, creative, original shows, and we don't, see too many of those like that anymore. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on everything. My favorite anime of the year. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what your favorite shows from last year were, and I will talk to you guys soon.